listening to The Real Reminisce on Tropical FM. You're listening to The Real Reminisce on Tropical FM. You're listening to The Real Reminisce on Tropical FM. You're listening to The Real Reminisce.
I reminisce for us, I reminisce for us, I reminisce for us. Yeah.
I was born with this unlucky sneeze, and what is worse, I came into the world the wrong way round. Pundits all agree that I'm the reason why my father fell into the village pond and drowned. I was born under a bad sign. All of Trinidad said it was a bad sign. Hindus and Chinese, Africans and Portuguese, everybody worry about my sneeze. Achoo! Pundit said,
good evening and welcome. It's me, the mighty MP, the Real Reminisce.
with little gaps between that means
From the images behind me, you know it's that month, the month of the fireworks, the bonfire night, the 5th of November.
star of lead
But we're not there yet.
and had a very
Some of you have locked on very earlier, wondering what in heaven's name is playing in the background.
edition.
Take a listen. Take a listen carefully. Listen. There's a reason for the madness.
Now I work under a good sign. All of Trinidad say I paint a good sign. Tailors and rum shops, all shops whose signs I write, find their business booming overnight. That's right. All the signs are pointing in the right direction for a prosperous and happy life.
Big good evening out to the early birds. Big hey hey, Anissa Hampton, how you doing?
Blue gut,
Are you wondering why I'm playing this record?
is it
Are
like
you wondering what the hell is going on?
a pint of rum? Bad sign go, good sign stay. Life okay. Achoo.
The recognition is going to start to hit very soon.
Well, unless you come from the planet Mars, you must have heard these familiar bars of the James Bond theme. But here's the thing that you might not know. More than 40 years ago, before the James Bond theme, Julie Moore and I wrote a different song with a different feel for a different show. A musical about an Asian lad from Trinidad with a Hindu raga emphasis. The song he sang was this: I was born with this unlucky sneeze, and what is worse, I came into the world the wrong way round. Pundits all agree that I'm the reason why my father fell into the village pond and drowned.
As we take time to pay a special tribute to the late Sean Connery, taken away from us 31st of October 2020 at the age of 90.
The way that the melody was in the house for Mr. Biz was before the James Bond theme.
The James Bond theme, the main signature tune, the main signature theme of the James Bond films, featured in every Eon production Bond film since Dr. No in 1962. Would you believe it?
I was born under a bad sign.
The piece has been used as in all the accompanying fanfares to the gun barrel sequence in almost every James Bond film. The James Bond theme accompanied the opening titles twice as part of the medley that opens Dr. No. And then again in the opening credits from Russia with Love in 1963, it's been used as music over the end credits for Dr. No, Thunderball in 1965, On Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969, The World Is Not Enough in 1999, Casino Royale 2006, Quantum of Solace 2008, Skyfall 2012, and Spectre in 2015.
That's at my drawer for far too long. The melody came on strong, and those sounds gave such a good sign. I dug out the bad sign too.
The origins of this particular theme track was by a man by the name of Monty Norman, credited the writing the James Bond theme as he received royalties since 1962. But he describes the distinctive rhythm of the guitar in the first few bars of the James Bond theme as dum diddy dum dum. He claims it was inspired by the song Good Sign, Bad Sign. That was the first thing that I played when the show started. Were you there? Sung by Indian characters in A House for Mr. Biswas, and musically composed on a novel based by V.S. Nalpal, set in the Indian community in Trinidad. Norman Monty showed the manuscript for A House for Mr. Biswas in a film interview and sang the lyrics. In 2005, he released an album called Completing the Circle that features Good Sign, Bad Sign, the James Bond theme, and a similar sounding song, Dum Diddy Dum Dum. For these songs, Norman added lyrics that explain the origin and history of the James Bond theme, which you have just heard. The James Bond theme is identified with John Barry's jazz arrangements. Parts of it are heard through Monty Norman's score for Dr. No in non-jazzy guises. But the original theme, the theme that you know so well and you love so well, as a special tribute to the man of the moment, Sean Connery, regarded as one of the best iconic James Bonds ever. The sexiest man in the James Bond movies, always regarded as this man, Mr. Sean Connery, from the theme tune to the Sean Connery James Bonds, Mr. 007. Good evening and welcome to The Real Reminisce with me, the Mighty MP's special tribute to Sean Connery, taken away from us far too early. As a special tribute to Sir Sean Connery, born August 25th, 1930. Taken away from us 31st of October 2020, a Scottish actor and producer, the first actor to portray the literary character James Bond in a theatrical film, starring in 6 Eon Bond films since 1962 and 1971. But lest we forget some of the other movies, we talk about Sean Connery and it's almost as though we can't talk about him without thinking about James Bond. But we know that there is more to James Bond than Sean Connery. We know there's more to Sean Connery, should I say, than just James Bond, because he has been in so many different iconic movies. Taking you back to his role as Jimmy Malone. 1987, I remember going to the cinema to see this movie. Fantastic movie. He portrayed that character, Jimmy Malone, in The Untouchables. Wow. Alongside the likes of Kevin Costner. And he won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Along with his portrayals of Mark Rutland in Mami, Marnie, Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez in Highlander. He played the father, Henry Jones Sr. in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in 1988. Captain Marco Alexandrovich Ramirez in The Hunt for Red October in 1990. He played Alan Quarterman in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I love that film. I love that film. One of the outstanding roles. So many characters in that one. Loved it. 2003. But I love the role that he played along Catherine Zeta-Jones. That movie, Entrapment. Sexiest man in the industry. None other than Sean Connery, James Bond. But as our memories continues, we've got to remember he was in so many different films. First Night, where he played King Arthur. Dragonheart. So let's take a trip down memory lane and show you some of the movies of Sean Connery, the roles that he played, some of the memories, some of the quotations for this man, Sean Connery. For you, James Bond, what was your best movie that Sean Connery was in? But let's take a trip down memory lane and take a look at some of the historic moments of this man, Mr. Sean Connery.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
I'm working, Pop.
Mr. Smith and Wesson. And you've had your 6. Shocking. Positively shocking.
He must have followed us.
I think he got the point. Well, he certainly left with his tail between his legs.
Souvenir from another jealous woman?
Yes, but I haven't turned my back on one since. That gun looks more fitting for a woman.
Do you know much about guns, Mr. Bond?
No, I know a little about women. Why do Chinese girls taste different from all other girls?
You think we better, huh?
No, just different.
What are you doing here? Looking for shells?
No, I'm just looking. You're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen.
Thank you. But I think my mouth is too big.
No, it's the right size. For me, that is. Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
I must be dreaming. Hello.
Aren't you in the wrong room, Mr. Bond?
Not from where I'm standing. Now, who's your connection?
You sound like a cop to me.
Who's your connection?
When did you say you had to leave?
Immediately. Almost immediately. Now, I want the truth.
James, you're hurting
I'll
me.
do worse than that if you don't tell me. You're doing this under orders, I know. What are they?
I don't know what you mean.
Liar! Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Must we talk about him?
No,
I'd much rather dance.
so would I.
Bon appetit.
Bitch.
You look pale, Mr. Bond. I hope I didn't frighten you.
Well, you see, I've always been a nervous passenger.
Some men just don't like to be driven.
No, some men just don't like to be taken for a ride.
In special memory of the late Mr. Sean Connery. Some of those snippets, some of those outtakes from some of the movies, some of the Bond movies that he has been so characterized in. He will be missed sorely. And will we ever find out the real reason for his untimely death? We know that he was unwell. His family have not really given any definitive statements as to the reasons why. We know he had throat cancer. We know he was suffering from other illnesses as well. But whether or not we find out the real reason why Sean Connery has left us so early is debatable. But while we ponder on the life and times and the reasons why, his movies will always be the testament and the legacy for this great actor. A man of many, many faces and many facets, and able to put himself in the shoes of so many different characters, not only from James Bond, from all the other movies that he has been in, and surpassed himself as far as his acting career is concerned. One of the favorites for me was always going to be The Rock. The Rock was certainly one of the great movies that I loved to watch. In memory and in special tribute to the late Sean Connery, we dedicate this show to him on this Monday evening with me, the Mighty MP, and the real Reminisce.
Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch, a spider's touch, such a cold finger beckons you to enter his web of sin. But don't go in. Golden words he will pour in your ear, but his lies can't disguise what you feel. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girl, beware of this heart of gold. This heart is cold. Golden words he will pour in your ear. Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate to tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and then caress it. Touch it, stroke it and undress it. I can see every part, nothing hides in the heart to hurt me. I don't need love, for what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me, for when love diamonds are forever sparkling round my little finger. Unlike men, the diamonds linger. Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for. I don't need love.
Beautiful voice of none other than Shirley Bassey. Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, two of the songs from the James Bond movie series.
For when love's gone, they lost
Good evening and welcome as me, the Mighty MP, the Real Reminisce, a special tribute going out to the late Mr. Sean Connery out of James Bond, but so many other movies as well. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Don't forget, later on this evening, we are going to be interviewing a beautiful young lady. Oh, yeah, we're going across the waters. The young lady goes by the name of Tracy Cruz, independent soul music at its very, very best, right here with me, the Mighty MP, as we continue with a brand new album. Yeah, you've got to do it. It is his second album, and what an album that is. A treat to behold with this young man. When his first album came out, he was nominated for the best jazz vocalist of that year, and now his second album has hit the streets with more music in abundance, more collaborations, and more than you can handle from the independent underground world of soul music. Check it out. Loving it to death already. On rotation in my car, on the way to work, on the way home. This man with a silky, soulful, jazzy voice, Mr. Jared Lawson.
Oh, Eva Lee. Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Darling, won't you dance with me? Under the moonlight. Oh, where the stars can shine upon your eyes.
Sending off fireworks on his own, yeah, Jared Lawson. Come on now.
Oh, honey, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, I'm not trying to take you home. No, no. I just want to hold your hand and pretend that I'm your man. Oh, you believe?
Listen to this.
Oh, evilly. Honey, won't you dance with me? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, till this song is done. Though I pray the end will never come.
Music. Play em up. Pull up, brand new. What else on new music? Play em up.
Oh, Eva Lee. Oh, yeah. Darling, won't you dance with me? Under the moonlight, oh, where the stars can shine upon your eyes. Oh, oh, honey, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, I'm not trying to take you home. No, no. I just want to hold your hand and pretend that I'm your man. Oh, Honey, won't you dance with me? Won't you dance?
Pull up, brand new. What a sound of new music. Play up, play up, play up, play up, play up.
Pull up that tune. Pull up that tune. Pull up the tune. Darling, won't you dance with me? Yeah. Under the moonlight, oh, where the stars can shine upon your eyes. Oh, oh, honey, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, I'm not trying to take you home. I'm not trying to take you home. Oh, no. I just want to hold your hand and pretend that I'm your man. Oh, you believe. Oh, I believe. Oh, evilly. Oh, honey, won't you dance with me? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, till this song is done. Though I pray the end will never come. Darling, won't you dance with me? Yeah. Oh, said I'm not trying to take you home, baby. I'm trying to take you home. I just want to make you smile. Be close to you, I even leave. Oh, yeah. I know I've got two left feet, but baby, won't you dance? Oh, baby, won't you dance? I know I've got two left feet, but won't you dance with me? Believe, won't you dance? I know I've got two left feet, but darling, won't you dance with me? Oh, baby, I know I've got two left feet, but baby, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, oh, won't you dance? Won't you dance? Oh, with me. Oh, with me.
Already been likened to the likes of D'Angelo Maxwell. What a voice, what a sound, taken from his latest album. You got to get that. The track entitled Eva Lee, the man, Jared Lawson. Independent underground music at its very best right here with me, the YTMP, 8:30 on the clock. It is now November, the 5th of November, the fireworks night. What's going to happen? Are you going to have social distancing? Does it mean that we're going back to the back garden scenario where the families went in their back gardens and did fireworks just for their local, just for the family? You can't go out to the fields now because of social distancing. And now come this Thursday, there's even more restrictions for going out, for going anywhere. So bonfire night is going to be a local thing. It's going to be a family thing. It's going to be much more intimate. In the background, you can see my fireworks display just for you on this Monday. It is the 2nd of November, 2020. We continue with real music for real people with the sounds of Mr. Joe Levy. Love the vibe on this. Good evening and welcome to the Real Reminisce Show. Don't forget, if Facebook goes down, just catch us on twitch.tv/Real Reminisce. You can catch us on tropicalfm.com/Studio One. Studio One. Yeah. Good evening and welcome. How you doing?
I often wonder if you're magic. When you come around, I can't help myself. Those things you do got me addicted. I don't want no help. Your ways really fresh and lovely. May I have a taste of your sweet love? The more you give, the more I want, baby. I just can't get enough. I only see you wearing nothing, baby. You take me to a very special place. Inside of your love, baby. Inside of living strength and so much more. Inside of your love, baby. Inside of, I can't wait to love you more. May I open up your garden, sample all your love and sweet. That's the reason we came here, baby, to fulfill each other's needs. The way you ride my love in motion, that magic moment will be found. It will be found. Girl, I'm deep into your music. I love the way you sound. Love the way you sound, girl. Don't be shy, that's just nature, baby. That's the way you love when you feel free. Oh, keep on loving me, I can take it, girl. I can take it. You are my favorite place to be. Oh, inside you, baby. Oh, there is healing. Inside, there is power in my name. I got what you want. You're my ride or die. You're my right to lie. My girl, I want you. We made love in your feelings. When you think about me, sometime, baby, we made love in that twilight. Yes, we did. Your name is standing. And your arm and your life. Sometimes I just can't love me, baby. All the love you give me.
He's becoming a household name now. He's becoming the one that we want to listen to. The smooth, soulful voice. Sultry sensation that goes by the name of Joe Levy. The man. Track entitled Inside of You. Oh, loving the vibe. Loving the soulfulness. Each and every Monday, The Real Reminisce with me, the mighty MP. Good evening and welcome. Don't forget to do the right thing, spread the word. And if Facebook lets you down, then go to twitch.tv/Real Reminisce. Tropicalfm.com/Studio One.
We can't go out like this. It's just the two of us.
Big shout out to Rob Wright, to Grace Campbell. Good evening. How you doing? Colin Smith. Thanks for your company. Anissa Hampton. Spread the word and share, yeah. Big shout out to Kerry Sullivan. She says RIEPs to Sean Connery. You'll be missed, one handsome man and the voice.
Whatever love we had, we need to get it back. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. How much more I wanna say? Come back, come back. We don't wanna go out like that. Come back, come back. We don't wanna go out like that. We go to war like this. Nobody's winning it. Nobody's gotta leave. We're not the enemy. You know we're better than this. It's no ordinary love. And if we're gonna fight, then we need to fight for us. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait and don't walk away?
Pull up the tune! Pull up the tune! Pull up the tune!
Come back, come back. We don't wanna go out like that. Come back. We can't go out like this. It's just the two of us. We should be making up. We could be making love. Did you used to talk like this? You say you're giving up. Took too much to build this house. I don't wanna see much it burn down. I ain't leaving, I ain't leaving, I ain't leaving, I ain't giving you space. I will not be replaced. I don't wanna save face. Don't leave me open, leave me open, leave me open, leave me open like that. Whatever love we had, we need to get it back. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. There's so much more I wanna say. Come back, come back. We don't wanna go out like that. Come back, come back. We don't wanna go out like we that. We go to war like this. Nobody's winning it. Nobody's gotta leave. We're not the enemy. You know we're better than this. It's no ordinary love. And if we're gonna fight, then we need to fight for us. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait and don't walk away? Don't walk away. There's so much more I wanna say.
That time, better is my love. I ain't never giving up. Give you my life, I would. I'll stand by you. Bad times ain't good. I can't really cope like this. When you say you don't know me, oh, I can't we slow things down.
Let's have the tune, man, and watch it pull up. Say, put it! Put it!
Yeah. We love it like this, yeah. Unmistakable voice, Mr. John Legend alongside Coffee. Don't walk away. Big and welcome, get out to Amy. How you doing, Amy? Long time. How you keeping? How you be keeping safe, yeah? Come on. Just the two of us.
We should be making up. We could be making love. Did you used to to talk like this. You say you're giving up. Took too much to build this house. I don't wanna see much of burn.
Come on now.
I ain't leaving.
So we do it.
I will not be replaced. I don't wanna save face. Don't leave me open like that. Whatever love we had, we need to get it back. Can we just wait? Don't walk away.
Big evening out to the LMC crew.
Don't walk away.
Blessings, Clive.
Can we just wait?
Hey, Lorraine, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Don't walk away, yeah? Listen to this now, John Legend.
Come back. We don't wanna go out like that.
Easy.
Come back. We don't wanna go out like that. We go to war like this. Nobody's winning it. Nobody's gotta leave. We're not the enemy. You know we're better than this. It's no ordinary love. And if we're gonna fight, then we need to fight for us. Can we just wait? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. There's so much more I wanna say.
That time better is my love. I ain't never giving up.
Come on now.
Give you my life, I would. I'll stand by you. Bad times ain't good. I can't go like this. When you say you don't know me, oh, I can't we slow things down. Won't you put your love on me? Yeah. When me touch the road, give me one phone call. Baby, don't go. You are my love, so me give you my heart. I don't mind holding you, say you don't fall. I don't mind holding you, say you don't fall. So you don't fall.
Can we just wait? Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Can we just wait? Don't walk away.
Big evening to welcome again out to Master John and all the John family. To the Culture Beats crew, thank you for joining us.
Come back.
The LCM crew 7, they're loving the John Legend tip, yeah. You like this? What an album, yeah. Real music for real people right here with me, the Mighty and Vince, a Monday evening. This is the Real Reminisce. 8:43 on the clock. Just over 15 minutes left to go before we go to the live interview. A beautiful young lady, won so many awards, nominated for so many, done so much over the years. It may be brand new to you, but she ain't brand new to me. Yeah, she's gonna be live and direct here. So we do it. Taking from his brand new album. Check out this man. You know him as Burna Boy.
No go talk, say me a too lazy. Anywhere I go, mo lati pada sile mi. 'Cause my mommy won't let me.
Come on.
Funkilla.
You know. When you ready now. When you ready now.
I go show you wonderful.
Hey.
You not gonna believe what you want happen.
Hey.
No disturb us when the bed do one catch you.
Hey.
Like it is sleep, but this one pass. Hunger. I think bed to just start 100. From your feet to love that 100. With somebody that I 100. 'Cause I'm feeling it in my soul. Not in your best.
Where you say now?
Something they scratch. I'll be like that. Bye.
I'm loving the names they're putting on Twitch here, loving it. I don't think I can even read that one out yet. Miss Double S, Double F, yeah, Miss Funny, yeah. All right. Who's that? You were there last week and I forgot now. Listen.
Too lazy, as I dey hustle, that dey buy your open lazy. No go talk, say me I too lazy. Anywhere I go, mo lati pada sílé mi. 'Cause my mommy won't want me let me. Funkilla. I go show you wonder what it wonderful. You not go believe what you want happen. No disturb us when the bed do one catch you. Like you dey sleep, but this one pass. Hunger.
Which birthday girl? What? Which one? Big and out to Dependra to Sona. Wow. What a day. Listen. Love this. Love this.
I'm feeling it in my soul. Nothing is changed. Nothing your best. Something they scratch. Don't be like us.
Should have guessed, really. Should have known.
So you wonder why they wonder. You don't believe it, you won't happen. No disturb us when the bed do one catch you. Like you dey sleep, but this one pass you. Hunger. I think bed do not start. Hunger. From your feet to love that.
Hunger.
Somebody that got hunger. I'm feeling it in my soul.
Big checking out to Mr. Rob Sadler. How you doing, sir? Stay inside now, yeah. Watch out now. Mr. C. Wow, long time. No C, Mr. C. Burner Boy. Track entitled Wonderful. Big checking out to Kerry Sullivan. Big evening out to Sophie. How you doing? Massive birthday shouts again out to Bobby Smith. Bobby. We celebrate your birthday, yeah. Celebrate with us today. We're having a party for Bobby today, yeah. We're having a party for you, yeah. We're gonna do it like it's the weekend, yeah. Taking from a brand new album, The Sounds of Legacy. Time to get up and dance, yeah. Top of the hour live interview, Tracy Cruz. We can do that, yeah. We're gonna do that.
I'll be hustling for that pay.
Come.
Every day from dusk till dawn.
Going out to Bobby Smith on her birthday.
No work and no play. I'm knocking out deadlines to get to you tonight. When we get under the covers, it's cool. Feel it. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. The only thing that I'm checking is you. You're right where I wanna be. Can't wait for that weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ooh, yeah. Morning, evening, afternoon. for that pay. Yeah. Every day from dusk till dawn, ooh, it's all work and no play. I'm knocking out deadlines to get to you tonight. When we get under the covers, it's ooh, feel it. So I put my phone on do not disturb. The only thing that I'm checking is you. You're right where I wanna be. Can't wait for the weekend. Do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, movie. Morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be waiting all week just for the weekend. I can't wait for the weekend. Do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, movie. Morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be waiting all week just for the weekend. You sneak into my mind when I'll be working overtime, catching myself daydreaming about a getaway for two, somewhere where the clouds won't move. I get excited when I get that call from you, 'cause boy, you stay surprising me. You make me wanna celebrate every single day. Can't wait for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ooh, we morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be waiting all week just for the weekend. I can't wait for the weekend. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ooh, we morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be waiting all week just for the weekend. Ain't worried about my problems. You get everything off my mind. Off my mind. 'Cause you know how to solve them when you get me right by your side. All my stress just seems to melt away. 'Cause you always make it worth away. Always make it worth my ways. Working my way to the weekend. I can't wait. Hey, can't wait for the weekend. Oh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ooh, we morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be waiting on you, baby.
Beautiful sounds on Let It See. Don't get caught out on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook threatening to shut down already. Wow, I can't believe it.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Do the right thing. Get over to tropicalfm.com/studio1 or twitch.tv/Real Reminisce. Or catch me on Twitter @Real Reminisce. Any of those, yeah. Don't miss out this evening, yeah. Live interview with none other than Tracy Cruz, award-winning vocalist, super songstress. A brand new single out. Gosh. Can't wait for that, yeah. Let us see. Massive birthday shouts going out to none other than Bobby Smith. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this evening. It's another Monday. Start off the day so badly. Oh gosh, head pounding like nobody's business. How do you get rid of headaches here? How do you get rid of that migrainous headache that makes you feel dizzy and sick and not able to get up, and the lights you just don't like it? Why is it you don't like the lights? What is it that makes you not like the lights? Why is it that you have to have one of these things? Is it stress, or is it just not enough sleep, or what is it that makes it happen? Massive birthday shout out to Bobby Smith. Don't forget, if you're celebrating something this evening, please do send us a message, whether it's on twitch.tv/Real Reminisce or it's tropicalfm.com/Studio One. Join us on the Tropical FM site, the official radio site. That's the one that you've got to do. Just get in there, tropicalfm.com/Studio One. Click on the play button, and we're there. We are there, believe it.
I still night, when
See if you recognize anything in the background of this one, yeah. Sumi Tripitan. I can just about say that.
We keep going, yeah, we got love and it keeps growing. But we have our moments when matters the most. Night, when
straight after this, a live interview. Tracy Cruz. Woo! We got it. Hey.
that bounce in your walk, the city you belong with, the need I never want, cause you already know it. After all this time, we keep going, and we got love, and it keeps growing, but we have our moments when matters the most. When let him up. And I don't always tell you how I feel. I hold it back sometimes, like when we were kids. But you still give me all those butterflies every time. Make my body light. Still like let him out. Still like
What's up, sound of new music? Play up. What's up, sound of new music? Play up.
I'm on the way to meet you. Slip on this little black dress. Butterflies when I see you. After all this time, yeah, we keep going. Yeah, we got love and it keeps growing. But we have our moments when matters the most. Night, when you're around.
Let him up.
That bounce in your walk, the city you belong with, the need I never want, cause you already know it. After all this time, we keep going, and we got love, and it keeps growing, but we have our moments when matters the most. When you're around.
Let him up.
And I don't always tell you how I feel. I hold it back sometimes, like when we were kids. But you still give me all those butterflies every time. Make my body light. Still like when you're around.
Let him up.
Still like
Beautiful sounds of Vivian Green. Light it up, yeah. Featuring Nyla and Fuse OD. Oh, love the vibe there. Funk and soul wrapped into one with me, the mighty MP, the real Reminisce. tropicalfm.com/Studio One. Yeah. It's a massive birthday shout going out to Leon Elliott, celebrating his massive 20th birthday. He's gone out of the 10s, he's into the 20s, 20th birthday. It is another milestone when you talk about birthdays. We all talk about all of those numbers and we say, okay, we got to celebrate going into your teens, yeah? And then we celebrate, getting your 25th, and then we celebrate your 5th, going into your 20s, yeah? It's another decade on. So massive birthday shout going out to Leon Elliott, celebrating his big 20th birthday. The young lady that we have sitting in the wings, she's sitting in the waiting room. She's waiting for me to let her in, from the waiting area. And I managed to reach out to her because she has a brand new single that is out right about now. But forget that for now, because I would like to introduce you to one of the finest independent underground soul songstresses, soul divas. It doesn't matter what you want to say about the other word, but the soul is in there with this young lady. So much so that her reputation, her repertoire, she has accolades behind her upon accolades. If you didn't know of her before, if you didn't know her name before I posted it out on all those social media sites, you're certainly going to know and understand the reason why we have to interview this young lady. I'm going to kick off as I bring her into the live studio. I'm going to take you back to a year of 2008, when this lady, she brought out her first album, Philosophy. Philosophy. Okay, that's how you have to say it when you see it. Philosophy. She was nominated for Muses Muse Awards in 2008. She was the winner of the Best R&B CD project with her album Philosophy. Best lyrics from a female. Not only that, the best single from a female with a track entitled Nothing in This World. I have the pleasure of introducing you this evening on The Real Reminisce to none other than Miss Tracy Cruz.
When I see your face, my smile shines through. I wanna kiss you. When I feel your touch, my soul lifts my heart. I wanna hold you. When I hear your voice, my whole body melts. I wanna love you. Just the two of us, living our lives in heaven. There's nothing in this world to describe what I have for you. I've waited for this moment for someone just like you. You came into my life and made each day a brighter day. I thank God because He sent an angel to come my way. When you're close to me, my spirit feels so free. I wanna kiss you. When I dream of us, my love wakes me up. I wanna hold you. When I look into your eyes, beauty passes by. I wanna love you. Just the two of us, living our lives in heaven. There's nothing in this world to describe what I have for you. I've waited for this moment for someone just like you. You came into my life and made each day a brighter day. I thank God because He sent an angel to come my way. You are so heavenly. God sent an angel to me. I don't deserve this kind of love. All my life I've waited for someone to knock on my door. And then I found you. That's why I tell you that when I see your face, my smile shines through. I wanna kiss you. When I feel your your touch. My soul bless my heart, I wanna hold you when I hear your voice. My whole body melts, I wanna love you. It's just the two of us, living our lives in heaven. There's nothing in this world to describe what I have for you. I've waited for this moment for someone just like you. You came into my life and made each day a brighter day. I thank God because He sent an angel to come my way. There's nothing in this world to describe what I have for you. I've waited for this moment for someone just like you. You came into my life and made each day a brighter day. Thank God because He sent an angel to come my way.
Got to say good evening and welcome to the Real Reminisce, young lady, none other than Tracy Cruz. Tracy, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing, Tracy?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing even better now that I know that I can hear you, we can see you, the listeners, the viewers, they can watch and they can hear and they can see. And they know that this interview is live and they understand it because it's real, and it's better when you can see somebody because they just don't think, they never know who it is that we're talking to, you see, and they don't always understand, that these people are live. So the fact that they can see you, not only that, you've managed to position yourself in such a position that we can see some awards behind you as well. So I'm so glad that I started off by talking about your first awards in 2008, where this track in fact came from. So good evening and welcome, Tracy.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to take time out of your busy schedule because I know you do so many different things. But before we go any further, let's let the listeners know exactly where you are now. What time is it where you are and where are you?
Yes, I'm in California. It is 1:08 in the afternoon.
So we have to say good afternoon to all of you and all of those in California. Over here in the UK, it is just 8 minutes past 9 in the evening. So it is.
Nice.
It is dark outside. It's very, very dark, and it wasn't the best of days today either. It was cold and raining and windy, But we get through as we do over here in the UK.
Most definitely.
So, Tracy, tell the listeners. Let's go back to the beginning, the inception of Tracy Cruz. How did it all start with you? Because your history, your road to where you are now is quite an extraordinary road. Let's go back to the beginning. How did it all start with you?
I started singing at a very early age. My grandmother and my mother were both singers in the Philippines, and they strongly encouraged me to be a singer at a very, very young age. And also my grandparents, my grandfathers on both sides, they were very supportive. They would allow me to sing them songs, and then they would give me money as a token of appreciation. So
wow.
seeing that at an early age, it's like, oh, music can be a business. That's really cool. So
that's one way to earn money instead of cleaning cars or washing the front of the house or something, isn't it?
So yeah, there's different ways to earn money, and growing up, I saw that, music can be your livelihood. So I thank my family for being very supportive while I was growing up.
Do you have any famous people in your family? I mean, quite clearly music was something that you obviously enjoyed, your family enjoyed, but were there any famous people in your family that allowed you to, get your first foot on that first rung of that stepping stone?
I mean, my mom, she was well known in her community, but she's the one that really helped push me and guide me, and my dad also followed suit as well, because he saw that this is really what I wanted to do with my life. So my dad also helped as well, like helped me through my competitions and talent shows. He would bring me to the shows, and my mom would always be there as well during my competition. She would be she would be backstage, and then she would leave while I was singing because she got really nervous. but
Wow.
she but she was always there. My mom, she was always there. She never missed any of my competitions.
And did you find competitions and talent shows a little bit daunting? I mean, when we're younger, that adrenaline rush, it's all great, but the competitiveness when we're younger, when we really don't know yet how good
Mhm.
we are. I mean, did you think to yourself, oh gosh, I know that girl can sing better than me, or I know he can sing better than me, or did you just think, something, I'm gonna go do what I do and see what happens?
It was both. I was always very encouraging of others. When somebody finished performing, I would always say, "You did a great job," because that's how my mom was.
Yeah.
My mom was a team player, and she showed me how to treat people with respect and kindness, and give praise to those that are participating in these competitions. My mom never showed me any, feelings of, competitiveness, like the negative side of being
Yep.
competitive.
Yep.
She always taught me how to be a team player, how to be kind, how to be, grounded and grateful. And so I took my mom's approach, so yes, I definitely did encourage other participants, but at the same time, because I was really young, I really didn't like competing with other people. I've always wanted to be very supportive, but that would actually drive my practice too, because it's like, wow, I have to be at their level. I have
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm at the even playing field with the other singers. But everyone's different. Everyone's unique in their own way, and I saw that, growing up, that everyone should embrace their uniqueness, their
Yeah.
voices, because we're all different. I mean, there's room for everybody to be successful. You just have to stay true to yourself and stay true to your style, and the people that will appreciate your art will gravitate towards your music. So I don't feel like there's a need to compete with anybody. It's about collaboration and building community. So, and that's what I really love to do, is I love supporting other artists. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
I finished the competitions when I was growing up. I think if I did them now, I would probably have a different approach. Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
okay. I don't want to do competitions. I just, maybe
Yeah.
I'll judge, maybe I'll judge, or maybe I'll help somebody prepare like I do now. I help people prepare for a competition. So that experience actually helped me with my teaching career. So I'm grateful for all of those memories.
And you kind of just alluded to the fact that you're teaching now, but before the teaching, and obviously growing up from school and then finding your voice, did you then find yourself having to move into an academic music perspective? Did you learn music? Did you go into a music degree? Did you have a music degree, or did you just move on from school and go in, throw yourself into your music?
I took classes from the time I was a preteen to college. I joined choirs in elementary school all the way to college, and band from in middle school. I did emphasize in music performance, but my actual degree is in radio, TV, and film.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so I wanted to do something in radio,
Yeah.
but I ended up being a music teacher because I love radio. I love sharing music. I love listening to music. I love curating music. I like interviewing people.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be a radio personality, but that's okay. I ended up being a music teacher and a full-time singer-songwriter. So I don't have any regrets. But if I could go back to school, I would definitely go back to school. But, I did get a degree in radio, TV, film with the emphasis in music performance.
And it's funny you should say that, because there are in fact quite a few artists, soul artists, as well as others, who also do their own radio show.
Yeah.
On the internet. That obviously we have the
Mm,
platforms to be able to do this, but there are quite a few artists that are out there that actually provide their own radio show.
yes.
Kindred, the Family Soul, do their own live show. I think Mesa does their own live show. Joe Levy, who I'm sure he does
Yes.
a live
My
show
Bay
as
Area
well.
music friend.
You know, So really, there is plenty of room and scope. I mean, I suppose it really does depend on your schedule as to whether you can fit that in.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
require a certain amount of planning and research, and you may have to get other people involved. But there's nothing to stop you.
Yeah, for sure. I actually started a live stream show in the beginning of October, and I've interviewed a couple of my friends, a couple of artists that live, across the United States, and it's been so enriching and so rewarding because I get to share the stories of other singers and be able to relate to them, and also hopefully encourage those that are watching and listening. But it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of because I want to make sure that I do research and I ask them thoughtful questions. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, we kicked off with the fact that you were the winner for the best R&B CD project in 2008 with your album Feelosophy, the best lyrical female, best single female, with that track that I played, the first kickoff track. But let's move up just a little bit. You were then nominated in 2009 for the New Artist of the Year on Soul Tracks, and then in 2011, Soul Tracks again, the Reader's Choice, nominated Female Vocalist of the Year. By the time you got to 2013, you were the winner of the Independent Network for Music Arts Awards, a winner for the best song, a song entitled Joyful Rain.
It flows right through. You've cleansed my soul and washed away all the pain. You wash every heart. Your love lives higher than all of the stars in the sky. So high. I made a wish on you to be by my side. You loving me, I feel like flying. You loving me, I feel like flying. Tears of joy fall from the sky to me.
Good evening and welcome to Real Reminisce with me, the Mighty MP, the live interview with none other than Tracy Cruz.
Your love outshines all the rays of the morning light. It's so bright. I'm so blinded by your love that glows inside. You always shine. Your love is deeper than all of the roots of the trees. It's so deep. Thank you for planting your heart right next to me. You loving me, I feel like flying. Like you loving me, I feel like flying. Like crying, don't fall from the stairs of joy. Smile, you make us smile, you make us smile. I feel like flying. You loving me, like I feel like flying. Don't fall from the stairs of joy. Let your love rain down on me. We will prove so tight. I will shade all the pain that I our love can weather anything. You loving me, I feel like flying. You loving me, I feel like crying. Tears of joy fall from the sky to make us smile. You loving me, I feel like flying. You loving me, I feel like crying. Tears of joy fall from the sky to make us smile, to make us smile, to make us smile. I feel like flying. You loving me, I feel like flying. Tears of joy, smile to make you smile. You loving me, I feel like flying. You love, I can't describe your love. It makes me smile. You make life worthwhile.
The beautiful sounds of none other than Tracy Cruz, live interview with me, the Mighty MP, on The Real Reminisce, www.tropicalfm.com/Studio One, or you can catch us on twitch.tv/Real Reminisce, also Twitter @Real Reminisce. We're on all of those platforms just in case one of them doesn't work, because sometimes they just stop completely. Beautiful voice, track entitled Joyful Rain. Now, Tracy, I mean, we know that you brought out your first album, Philosophy. What made you come up with that title? Why? And it's quite expressive as well, the way that you've written it. You know, we made, you know, you separated that, you put it in half, you said feel apostrophe. It is about the feeling. It is about the expressiveness. How did you come up with that title?
Well, I've always liked to do word plays, and I was taking a philosophy class a few years ago, and I said, you know what? I wanted to name my album Philosophy, but I was like, you know what? Songs are about feelings.
Yep.
And I want to name this project Philosophy because it's a philosophy about feelings. And I wanted to incorporate different emotions. So all the songs on this project, it talks about, you know, hope and love and joy, and being also being curious, being excited, you know, just different emotions. So I wanted to name it Philosophy. And plus I was also pregnant during that time. And so I had all these emotions going on.
Yeah, the hormones were flying around at that time. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna name it Philosophy because I'm all emotions right now.
Wow, yeah, the peanut butter and jelly and cucumber sandwiches all around you while you're deliberating and writing your lyrics. I can imagine all those hormones flying around. But I mean,
yeah, the whole process, I was like, I was recording, you know, while I was pregnant. You know, like the project didn't come out after, you know, my children were born, but during, you know, during the process, I was pregnant. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What a process. Well, there's a philosophy there.
Yeah.
in its own right, there's a philosophy. And obviously, you know, you managed to win yourself, you know, an award in 2008, you know, on the back of the Philosophy album. I mean, how did you feel about, you know, being nominated and then eventually becoming the winner for the Best R&B CD Project and also Best Female Single as well, you know, of that time? I mean, you would have been up against a lot of other artists, you know, being a new independent artist as well. How did you feel about the fact that you'd managed to overstep so many others? I mean, it is a competition. We know it's always a competition when it comes to awards.
For
we
sure.
that competition earlier. You know, now here is, you know, the start of the competitiveness when it comes to winning accolades, awards, you know, in front of lots of other artists who you most probably started listening to long before as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was really shocked. I was in awe. I didn't know that I was gonna win. Like, I just got the email and said, "Hey, you won these 3 awards," and I was like, "Whoa, wow, really?" I had no idea. You know, I was just grateful to be able to share original music, like a full project of original songs. That was just, you know, I felt grateful for that opportunity to be able to share that with people. So that was really what my mission was. And then just to be able to be acknowledged for that, I was deeply honored.
And you write all of your songs. You don't have any writers. I mean, do you ever take tracks from other producers or writers, or is everything your own?
You know, I do write some of it and I do co-write. So there's songs that I've written all by myself. There's songs that I've co-written with you know, the producer. So it really just depends. But the most recent work have all been written by me.
And we know that you have your favorite singers. I mean, you've collaborated with some of the greats of our time who indeed are still singing today. But there are some that you know, have your personal preferences. And we know that when you do your live stage performances, you will sometimes, you know, borrow, you know, a track from, you know, another artist and say, well, you know, because obviously the crowd like the artist that you like and you like the artist that we like. So naturally, you would try to do something like this.
Another song from one of my favorite singers.
Oh
Just
yeah. Yes.
So if you have your money, go ahead, you grab them. Feel free to dance. Right? Don't be ashamed. Woke up this morning with a smile on my face. Jumped out of bed, took a shower, dressed, cleaned up my face. Made me some breakfast, toast, 2 scrambled eggs. Grab my keys, grab my purse, grab my jacket off to work. Feeling all the way down there. Is it the way you love me, baby? Yeah. Is it the way you love me, baby? Yeah. 4:30, can't wait to get home. My girl, I got something else to do. Go ahead, really get your groove on, 'cause tonight my man is coming through. I'll have to connect some other time. As much as I like to shake my thing on the dance floor, got another nasty freaky just right with mine. Tonight, I'm gonna be the high star. This is the way you love me, baby.
Now, the crowd were absolutely loving this rendition. They were loving this rendition. Tracy Cruz, a live performance, singing a Jill Scott classic, track entitled The Way. Now, was this with your band Instrumentalities?
This was way back. This is my first band, Smooth Session. This was like way back.
Well,
yeah, over 10
do our
years.
research. We have to dig into the archives and find out exactly where Tracy Cruz came from. You know, we can't just talk about what's happening now. We've got to talk about how did you get here. So this is one of those tracks, and I thought, you know, something. Yes, this is what we need to know about Tracy Cruz, because the listeners and some of the listeners out there, they always want to know, how does an artist get to where they are? What do they have to do? What hurdles do they have to bounce through? And these are the kind of hurdles that you had to bounce through doing live performances in front of a very responsive audience, I must say. I mean, they screamed.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. They were very supportive.
You had this crowd eating out the palm of your hand. I mean, I think they were singing as much as your harmonies were singing on stage. I mean,
they were.
I mean, doing live gigs, how often do you manage to get to do live gigs?
Before COVID, a couple times a month, I had a lot of shows, couple times a month, and it was great because I was able to always connect with the community, the people in my area, also, just around California. So it was nice. And then back in 2018, I actually did a tour in different states. I went from Los Angeles, California to Arizona, and then I went to the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, Georgia, New York. So it was a lot of fun.
And you know, you're touring around. I mean, have we seen Tracy Cruz in the UK as yet?
Not yet.
Exactly, and you know,
That's one of my goals. One of my major goals is to visit you
I mean,
all in the
I have to
UK.
ask the question because I interview quite a few independent artists, and a lot of them say that one of their goals is to come to the UK, and yet you have been touring quite a lot. You've done a lot since your first awards in 2008. We're in 2020, eventually moving into 2021. What is it that stops an artist from coming? Is it us?
No, not at all. Not at
What is it?
all. I think you and all of the wonderful, DJs in the UK are very, very, very supportive and welcoming of independent artists, and the presenters, the radio stations out there, just so welcoming. And I'm just so grateful for you all. Like you all give the very, very best support with independent music. I think it's financial. I honestly think it's financial because, especially me living in the Bay Area in California, it's very, very expensive.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so, maybe sometimes an artist may save up, in the beginning of the year, and then, a lot of bills pop up and it's like,
Yep.
oh, I could have used that for travel.
Mm.
Or, it starts going into another direction financially. So I think that what stops us from going overseas in the UK is I believe it's financial reasons for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm,
and that's
mm-hmm.
always going to be the big impact on anybody even from our side. Finding the venues are always quite expensive.
Yes,
Or that you really get the right kind of crowd. Are they going to buy the tickets? Is it going to be financially viable? I have to take my hat off to Joe Levy, who came over here self-funded.
Wow, that's so admirable.
Booked himself into a hotel, hired a car, had a couple of gigs, lined up, but he did it. He just did it himself.
Wow, that's amazing.
I had him on the show, interviewed him. We went out for breakfast the next morning. It was fantastic being with him. But again, this is not an easy thing to do. And I know that he didn't find it. Tatiana, Lady May Mayfield, she did a crowdfunding exercise. I mean, and I sat back and I thought to myself, hang on a second. It's quite clearly very, very difficult financially to do what you guys are trying to do, knowing that
it is
albums. We're playing your music on all the radio stations, and we'd love to have an artist like yourself over here on one of our stages. COVID obviously has killed everything.
Yes, it has changed a lot.
Excuse expression, I suppose I shouldn't really have said it that way, but it has definitely damaged the industry with regards to live performances, not only theatre, but live music and artists like yourself. I mean, how now are you able to provide the services, from the perspective of performances?
Honestly, virtual concerts. I've gotten booked for a couple of virtual concerts, and then I'm teaching fully online. Like I'm teaching over 30 students right now online.
Wow.
I used to teach at a vocal studio in San Jose, which is the South Bay.
Yeah.
And I used to travel to my students' homes, or they would come to my place. But with the COVID, the pandemic, it definitely has shifted everything virtually, and so I'm still able to offer shows online. I mean, it's not as much, but that's okay. But I'm also teaching a lot too. I teach 4 days a week. Sometimes I teach 7 to 8 hours days back to back. So I'm really busy with teaching, but I'm definitely open to live shows, depending on my schedule. But it's not the same. It's really not the same being in a crowd of people versus like the computer screen right in front of you. It's really hard to connect with the computer screen.
Exactly.
It's like robotic. So I prefer live performances over virtual concerts any day, but to keep everybody safe, of course, I'm 100% adapting to what we're able to do now, in this capacity. So yeah, it's very different. It's a different it's a very different atmosphere right now with
Yeah.
music and live music.
And
Mhm.
when you have a live stream, are you able to hear any kind of response from the listening audience, or is it totally muted from everybody and you can't even get a glimmer of what the response is like? No applause, no cheers, no nothing.
Most of the time it's muted, and
Oh wow.
sometimes it's just chats,
Yeah.
so it's like, they'll chat on the box, and
Mm.
they'll comment and all of that, but it's not the same. You don't get
No.
instant, and like an instant reaction or response,
Yeah.
and so it's like, oh, am I singing okay? Like, is everyone liking this song, or do they think it's boring? Like, you don't
Exactly.
really get instant feedback, and
Yeah.
it's hard to tell
Yeah.
because sometimes you're so wrapped up in your performance, and you're in your mind and in your heart, and then you don't see all the comments until after. And sometimes, the show is over and you didn't even see the comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's, the whole interaction between the artist and the audience, there's like a wall, like,
Mhm.
and it's hard to break down that wall when you're performing online, especially, in front of a screen. It's not
Yeah.
the same.
That's got to be so difficult.
It is.
But life continues and your music continues. We mentioned, 2013 Independent Network for the Music Arts Award. You were the winner for the best song, Joyful Rain. We played that track. But then you move on, and it is almost as though your success just grew and grew, and you established yourself as a live performer, as a studio artist, bringing out more and more music to the masses independently, of the major labels. And in the Hollywood Musical and Media Awards nominated you for the R&B soul category for the song Love's Galaxy. Tracy Cruz live right here with me, the Mighty MP, the Real Reminisce, on a Monday evening. Good evening and welcome to those of you in the UK and overseas. In California, we say thank you for joining us right here. Tracy Cruz live. The track entitled Love's Galaxy. Enjoy.
Your kisses are like shooting stars falling on my skin, melting away my scars. You wrap your love around me like Saturn's rings. We become one as our souls sing in harmony. Come fly away with me so we can go to a place called Love's Galaxy. Oh, we can stay, elevate to a higher plane. It's just me and you in the galaxy. Our connection's a consolation.
Pull up the tune! Pull up the tune! Pull up the tune!
You would never believe that this is from the year 2013. Wow. Tracy Cruz. The Hollywood Music and Media Awards nominated R&B soul category for the song Love's Galaxy.
Your kisses are like shooting stars falling on my skin, melting away my scars. You wrap your love around me like Saturn's rings. We become one as our souls sing in harmony. Come fly away with me so we can go to a place called Love's Galaxy. Oh, we can stay, elevate to a higher plane. It's just me and you in the galaxy. Our connection's a consolation, perfectly intertwined. Let's walk around the Milky Way
the moon, the sun, the stars, the sky. I'll bring you all of my joy, my time. Fly with me, so we can go to a place called Love's Galaxy. Oh, we can stay a baby. Let's just stay with you and you in Love's Galaxy. Fly away with me so we can go to a place called Galaxy. We can stay elevated.
Independent soul artist goes by the name of Tracy Cruz. A track entitled Love Galaxy. Hollywood Music and Media Awards nominated R&B soul category for this song. Beautiful music from a beautiful artist. 2016, she moves on. Northern California Entertainers Music Award. 2 nominations: Female Neo Soul Artist of the Year and Female Entertainer of the Year. So much happening with this fantastic artist. If you've not heard of her before, Tracy Cruz, her first album, Philosophy. I have to pronounce it that way. Feel the osophy in that album. What a beautiful, love that track. In the chat room, big good evening out to Sammy. And also we've got people on other platforms. There's a big good evening out to Eddie Saunders. Eddie Saunders over there in the States. Good evening, Eddie. He said he's loving the groove. Big shout going out to Andy Franklin as well, of Steve Rude, Gussie Gus. Thanks for joining us right here with me, the Mighty MP, the Real Reminisce, on www.tropicalfm.com/Studio One. You can catch us on twitch.tv/Real Reminisce, or you can go to Twitter at Real Reminisce, where I'm joined by the beautiful sounds, the beautiful voice, and the beautiful young lady by the name of Tracy Cruz out of the Bay Area, California. Is in the house this evening. That's how we do. I'm going to say thank you for your music. It's absolutely superb. But
thank you.
It just goes on and on. I mean, your list of accolades continue to move, but I have to ask. There is one question I do have to ask, because obviously, we research everybody. We look into the background, and we find it. And one of the questions that did come up is Tracy Cruz, and said, okay, Tracy Cruz. Hang on a second. Now you need to clear this one up for us, because you did mention that you're into sort of TV, radio, films. There is a Tracy Cruz, and I'm sure that that there is a Tracy Cruz that was in Power Rangers.
Yeah. And sometimes I get mistaken for Tracy Cruz from the Power Rangers.
So that's not you.
No.
And she's from the Philippines.
I don't know where she's from, but
yes, she's from the Philippines.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah. And I think that's where the confusion comes in, because there's a Tracy Cruz from the Philippines, although her name actually is Tracy Lynn Cruz. But quite often we don't know if somebody's dropped a middle name, and so what? Hang on a second, that's a bit of a coincidence. Tracy Cruz is a Filipino young lady, and she's was in Power Rangers.
Wow.
Well, is this the same lady? And she decided to go to singing. Well, we had to clear that one up. So you're not from Power Rangers.
I'm not from Power Rangers, but I used to watch Power Rangers, though. I love that show.
Well, there you go. You need to go back and check out Tracy Cruz, because she was
fun. It was fun. I used to watch it with my baby brother growing up. I love that show.
Yeah.
And much love to Tracy Cruz from the Power Rangers.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there you go. There's a namesake. It could be mistaken. You never know. Maybe you need to link up with her and get into Power Rangers, and she can swap.
That'd be fun.
I think we were hoping that you were going to put on a Power Rangers suit so you could show us exactly. But it's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen. So fans, all those are locked on. Yeah, we've cleared that one up now. It ain't happening. Not from Power Rangers, so you can forget it. Okay. We thought we had a little bit of a twist in the tail here, but no, it's not going to happen. So we continue to move on, and I'd just like to ask about the little story, because you have a particular track which you've dedicated, to D'Angelo. Tell us a little bit about this particular.
Oh yeah. I've always loved his music. I started becoming a fan of his music at 14 years old, like right when he came out,
Right.
and I think I just gave my age. But anyway,
No, I'm not going to say anything.
yeah, I've always loved his lyrics, his singing, his
Yeah.
arrangements,
Yeah.
and I saw him live for the very first time.
Wow.
In Oakland at the Fox Theater, and I was just I cried because like his music just was so moving, was so touching, and
Yep.
his set was really heartfelt. And so I went home and I started writing a song because of that experience, and it sounded a little bit like, not exactly, but you know, the feeling of the song, you know, it reminded me of How Does It Feel.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be 6/8. And so I wrote that song and I dedicated it to him because he was the inspiration for the creation of that song. And it, you know, it's about love, it's about forgiveness, it's about being honest with yourself and, you know, saying I'm sorry for the shortcomings and, you know, being truthful with yourself and the person that you love or the person that you know you are no longer with. So it's an apology love letter. It's a very emotional, um very emotional piece of work.
For all the times I wasn't there, for all the times I didn't care, for all the times I didn't know, for all the times I didn't show. For all the times I caused you pain, for all the times I brought you shame, for all the times I made you cry, for all the times I didn't try. My heart says to you, now all the hope is gone. I pray we keep holding on. Another day, another day. I hope we will find a For all the times I wasn't there, for all the times I didn't care, for all the times I didn't know, for all the times I didn't show. For all the times I caused you pain, for all the times I brought you shame, for all the times I made you cry, for all the times I didn't try. My heart says to you, that all the hope is gone. I pray we keep holding on. Another chance, another day. I hope we'll find a way. Please forgive me. I'm hurting, can't you see? Why you had to leave? I'm not the same since that day. You had to leave, you had to leave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In 2019, at Academy Awards, winner Best Song in the R&B Soul category for this track, My Heart Says to You. And in 2019, also the Academy Awards winner Best Song in the Jazz category for the track entitled Golden Soul. Welcome to the live interview with me, the Mighty MP, the real Reminisce, young lady by the name of Tracy Cruz. Wow. Such versatility. From soul to jazz, from jazz to soul, from soul to R&B.
Souls, golden soul, shine your light with this world. Filled with joy, love yourself, don't lose sight of your strength. Golden soul, shine your light with this world. Filled with joy, love yourself, don't lose sight of your strength. I know it's hard sometimes, and you wanna cry, it hurts so deep inside, and you wanna hide, you feel so all alone, and your heart feels like a vacant home. Keep moving forward, be strong, this moment will be gone. Golden soul, shine your light with this world. Let the rays embrace your life filled with joy. Love yourself, don't
lose sight of your strength. Don't be afraid to shine. The darkest days will take everything you worked for. The pain will push away everything you long for. Life can bring it down, and love and hope cannot be found. Just look deep inside. Your heart is where love resides. Golden soul shine your light with this world. Let the rays embrace your life filled with joy. Love yourself, don't lose sight of your strength. Don't be afraid to shine. Rise above the skies. Let love be your guide. The sun will always shine to remind you of your smile, of your smile.
From the nominations in 2019 for this track, Golden Soul in the jazz category, winner, best song, 2019 Soul Tracks Reader's Choice Awards nomination for Female Vocalist of the Year. And also in 2019, the World Songwriting Awards, the winner, best jazz song, Golden Soul. If you've never heard it before, you're hearing it for the first time right here with me, the Mighty MP live interview, Tracy Cruz, California IA in the house. But in 2020, the International Singer-Songwriter Awards, 5 nominations: US Entertainer of the Year, US Female Vocalist of the Year, US Female Rising Star, US Band of the Year, US Female Songwriter of the Year, US Female Emerging Artist. Wow! She continues to have accolade upon accolade. 2020 International Singer-Songwriter Awards. The Josie Music Awards, 3 nominations: Vocalist of the Year for the females, Rising Star of the Year, Music Video of the Year, Losing in Love.
Don't be afraid to shine.
And in the ISA Awards, winner, Gold Female Emerging Artist of the Year. I have the pleasure, the utmost pleasure, in introducing all of the listeners to this beautiful young lady. She goes by the name of Tracy Cruz. Not Tracy Lynn Cruz from the Power Rangers. No, Tracy Cruz, award-winning musical artist, vocal trainer, live performer. Wow, certainly she is not afraid to shine. She does what she does. And now we have your latest single, Before You Disappear, because I know that you have a class to take in not very long. So before we disappear, because I'm timing it just about right here, we come to 2020 and you have a brand new single that is out there. Tell us a bit about this single.
Yes, this is called Your Love's Everything. I wanted to share some light, during these difficult times. I wanted to release a positive love song, a song that will make people feel good and, experience some form of joy, even if it's just 4 minutes, because, we're going through a lot right now. So this is called Your Love's Everything. And it's my current single, produced by Stone Paxton, and I'm really excited to be able to share it with the world.
And tell everybody where they can get the single from, because obviously, once I play it, I know everyone's going to be messaging, where can I get this? No, I'm not. I want Tracy to tell you, where can we get the new single?
Yeah, you can always check out my website. You can buy it directly at tracycruzmusic.com, TracyCruzmusic.com. Also on iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Bandcamp, Amazon Music. Did I say that already? But on all digital platforms.
It doesn't matter if you repeat it, just keep saying it because they need to know. Now, I did ask you for 3 of your favorite tracks. I know that we're running out of time because you have got things to do, and I could talk about your music. I've still got so much more of your music that I could possibly play. I had a whole list of things here.
Wow.
It has been a fantastic interview. It's been great opportunity for me, to interview someone of your caliber. The amount of awards that you've won, we're going to keep following you, keep supporting you in everything that you do.
Thank you so
I know
much.
that you're going to go off to teach some more students and get them, give them that vocal experience that you have. And while you do that, I will certainly be playing a couple of the tracks that you have chosen on the show. And I know that you've had some collaborations with Brandon Williams. So we'll certainly be playing, one of the tracks that you've chosen from him, Robert Glasper, as well in the Foreign Exchange. Thank you very much indeed for that. And so we have to say adieu and, au revoir just for now.
Just for now. I'll be back. I'll be sharing some more new music. So this won't be the last.
And we're pleased to notice that one of the clubs, one of the jazz soul clubs that we had in Luton Town, which had in fact closed, and has now been given a new lease of life with some funding, and we're hoping that will reopen. It was in fact a venue where we've had quite a lot of artists come over from the States and from the UK to perform in this nice intimate venue, no more than 100 people. I don't know how we're going to social distance in there, but come 2021, we're hoping that we won't have to do that anymore, that we'll be able to get you over here to the UK and have a live vocal performance, bring your band. Maybe we'll do a double act and get you with Joe Levy as well. And,
that would be fun.
That'll be absolutely awesome to get you over here. So 2021, fingers crossed, we're going to continue to follow you. We'll hear from you and hopefully we'll see you live over here in the UK. Before you leave, please do give some shout outs to some of the people that have been listening and locked on.
Yes. I'd like to give a shout out to, let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of people on the chat line. Sammy, Juliet, Miss Valentine. I saw a couple of more people. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for everyone out there, taking the time to listen to the interview and, listen to the music, purchasing the music, sharing the music. I really, really appreciate it. Miss Funny Fanny. Hello. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And, I'm truly grateful for everybody's support. I've been receiving a lot of love from the UK, and it's just, I'm just overwhelmed with joy. So thank you all so much. And thank you, Mighty MP, for, being so supportive since the very beginning. I truly appreciate you. And, hopefully I'll be able to share more music with you.
Absolutely. Definitely put that one on the cards. And, hopefully we're going to get that link and get you on a plane and over here.
Yes, please.
Hopefully with no masks. No gloves and hand sanitizer. Well, we might have to do that, but we'll get
for a while.
It's got to be done. So we say thank you very much indeed, applauding the accolades and also the musical prowess of none other than Tracy Cruz. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much.
With me, the Mighty MP. That's how we do on a Monday evening. We hope you've enjoyed it. We haven't finished yet, but Tracy's got to go. Yeah, she got to go. As we say goodnight to Tracy Cruz, we introduce her to a brand new single track entitled Your Love's Everything. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Have a great lesson, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.
Much love. Bye-bye.
The very first day that we met was a moment I couldn't forget. It was so special to me. When I looked into your eyes, the connection was divine. Felt like I knew you for a lifetime. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. Your love's everything. Wanna be the best for you, wanna be there for you. Your love's everything. With each day that passes by, our love grows stronger over time. Reaching deeper depths and higher heights, our hearts become more synchronized, while our minds become alive. Oh, I need you in my life. Wanna get to know you. Wanna love and adore you. Ooh, wanna be the best for you. Wanna be there for you. Wanna get to know you. Wanna love and adore you. Oh, wanna be the best for you. Wanna be there for you. Oh, you came into my life, the joy I can't describe. You truly changed my life. With you, I feel alive. You came and changed my life.